What unfortunate things have happened to you on your birthday? My 16th birthday, my grandma had a massive heart attack. That was pretty crappy. However, 5 stents later she's still alive today, nearly 23 years later, so there's that. Whoa, good for her. My 4th birthday, in a school play, and at the end everyone surprised me by singing happy birthday. I panicked and peed myself in front of the entire school and all the parents. My shame will never die. Yowza. My birthday is the 1st of September. On my birthday 3 years ago I asked my best friend you know what day it is, and they casually responded, yeah, Dr. Phil's birthday. I was both disappointed and happy to know that I have the same birthday as Dr. Phil. My best friend forgot my birthday, and my friend watches Dr. Phil. Hey, I have the same birthday. Hi birthday twin. It was my 8th birthday. My mom, my sister, and I spent like the whole day making a princess castle cake. It was the best thing ever, at least to my 8-year-old self. At the party some annoying little kid stuck his finger in the back and made a hole in it. I have never forgiven that kid. Yeah, frick Jake, he's a C. I got arrested on my 39th birthday. My ex was pissed that I wouldn't get back together with her, so when the cops arrested her for stealing the grates from a car wash, there was video of her and another woman stealing the grates. She told them it was me. They picked me up on my birthday. Long story short, I was able to prove beyond doubt that it wasn't me, but it still sucked. Senior year of high school. Got mono. Missed a grand total of 4 days of school cause February vacation was most of it. But I was too sick to celebrate my birthday or play in the jazz band the one and only time we performed at a nightclub. Junior year of college. Had Matchbox 20 tickets. Too sick to go. When I turned 30, I'd had enough of being sick on around my birthday, so I started celebrating it in August instead. Loophole achieved. Nice. Nothing tragic. More humorous. We were in Mexico for a friend's wedding and ended up leaving the day of my 30th birthday. 3 hours into the morning, my husband has yet to say happy birthday. First person to say anything, the ticket agent at the airport who checked my passport. I don't feel like I've ever truly had a great birthday, because my birthday is the 24th of December, so nobody cares about it anyway. But on my 13th birthday I was going through chemo and spiked a fever and had to be hospitalized. And my sister told me I ruined Christmas. My parents decided to go home overnight instead of one of them staying with me like usual. My room was right by the nurse's station, and I remember them quietly wishing each other Merry Christmas at midnight and wishing I would just die. You know, I was going to make a comment about how, as a the 26th of December girl, I know that pain. But then I read the rest of your comment, and, no, I don't know that pain. I hope things have gotten better, and continue to do so. Me. Why are we doing a surprise party for Uncle? Mom. Because it's a nice thing to do. Me. But he specifically said he didn't want a party. Mom. Stop being rude. You know what? Now you don't get a birthday party this year. Me. D. I was like 10 BTW. Grade A parenting : I had the chicken pox at the same time as my 5th birthday. Only one of my cousins came to my very small party to see if she could catch it and get it over with. She didn't catch it and never did. But hey, more cake for me. Happy Cake Day. My birthdays stopped being a big deal for me about 15 years ago, so I stopped taking them off work if they fell on a work day. Until 2017. I am an anesthetist and I was working the call shift, finishing up my last case for the evening, so I thought was just waking that patient and looking forward to a nice dinner with my husband at home when my co-worker walked in and said, "Hold up, we've got a gunshot wound coming in through the air." I spent the last 4 hours of my birthday resuscitating a 15-year-old victim of a gang-related shooting and decided I wasn't going to spend another birthday like that. The kid survived, but that birthday sucked. I take vacation that entire week now. You saved a life though. Got stood up by my friend who said she planned the perfect 21st birthday, ended up at crappy college bar with a friend. Got cheated on. My sugar glider died. My other sugar glider died. These were all different birthdays. I don't like celebrating anymore. I turned 8. Some fellow children knocked down a $80 telescope. I was picking it back up when my stepdad walked in and he yelled at me in front of everyone and hit me in the face. Ouch, that sucks. While in the army I had my leave cancelled. Had to forfeit the non-refundable airplane ticket to fly to Vegas for a rega with my friends. All because we had to go into the field, which was later cancelled. Go frick yourself, the army probably. 2 years ago on my birthday, I just finished up having dinner and I was about to drive home. And my car just wouldn't start. I couldn't get it towed until the day after. But my car being unable to work really ruined my night since I couldn't do a lot of the things I had planned to celebrate. That's just the cosmos saying frick you, jeez. My dad got a kidney stone. He only had one kidney to begin with. I spent my 13th birthday in a hospital. It was all good though. A few nurses brought me out a cupcake with a candle in the canteen. My 17th birthday was such a crap show. I moved an hour away from all of my friends the year prior and my 2 best friends said they were going to come down and see me. I was super excited because I hadn't seen them in 6 months. My house at this point was freaking disgusting due to a piece of crap stepdad, his 6 young horribly behaved children, and 10 dogs running rampant around the house. So the day of my birthday comes around and me and my friends are all pumped. I got up early that morning and spent a good 8 hours deep cleaning the house by myself for my friends so they wouldn't be grossed out. The kitchen was spotless. All the laundry was done. Floors were swept, mopped. All the pet stains were cleaned and removed. The casing on the couch cushions were washed. The works. The house is clean and the time is nearing when they should be arriving, and then I get a text from my best friend. She explains that last minute she and my other friend could not get a ride. I was so freaking hurt. We had spent 3 weeks planning this and they're both gonna ditch me just like that? So I called my boyfriend and asked if he could walk over, about a mile's walk, so I could spend my birthday with someone. He was in butthole and didn't feel like it cause he was lazy. My entire life my birthdays have been really drab and I hadn't gotten a birthday present since I was 12, so I really wanted this one to be fun for once. I never got to do fun things throughout high school or middle school because my stepdad and his kids always came first. I was just so disappointed. I ended up walking to a grocery store 2 miles away, buying a wheel of cheesecake, and ate it in my room alone, crying the rest of the night. I was diagnosed with depression on my 17th birthday, thanks to poor scheduling on my part. My parents have also forgotten my birthday several times because it took them 20 years to figure out which day my birthday is on. I spent my 20th birthday in jail for pot. I'd went in 2 days before and just didn't call my parents or anybody. I was at a low point and I got all "this is my life now" about it. And that's so weird to think about, considering I live in a legal state now. Like I'd actually done something to be ashamed of. Yeah, the stigma around pot is abhorrent. My grandfather died on my birthday and everyone forgot about my birthday. I felt partially relieved, because who wants a party when their grandpa dies? Me and my cousin have a birthday that's 1 day apart. Everyone remembers her birthday, but a lot of people will forget my birthday in my family. The only people that remember are the people still using Facebook, and they only send birthday wishes over Facebook and I don't use it. Other than that, not really anything drastic. I'm positive there have been worse out there. My mother had appendicitis on my first birthday. My father got diagnosed with cancer on my 18th. Thankfully they're both fine now. My birthday was a couple weeks ago. My plans for the day were to go to a MTG tournament, War of the Spark pre-release. Then I had reservations to take my dog out to dinner with me at a dog-friendly restaurant. Instead, I was called into work at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was there until 3 AM the next morning. When I finally got home, I opened the birthday card my dad sent me, and rather than him writing happy birthday in it, he wrote, "I hope you'll be less of a disappointment next year." Not as bad as what some have had to deal with, but it wasn't a fun day. Your dad is a C. On my 21st birthday my dad got really drunk and had a physical altercation with me over being LGBT. He wanted me to stop being such a disgusting F.T. and to go back to being his normal son. So obviously that rubbed me the wrong way. I ended up talking back, so he put my face through a glass door, and then my uncle pulled him off of me and started hitting me as well for disrespecting my father. He then told me I was a piece of crap and that I didn't deserve to be alive. So yeah, I'm in a different state across the country from them both. Haven't talked in months and I couldn't be happier. Okay, so frick your dad and uncle. That's truly horrible, and while I'm happy that I was lucky enough to have a supportive family when I came out, nobody ever deserves treatment like this, and I'm glad you're out of there. I went to my parents' bedroom, told them that I was sick and threw up all over their king-size bed while they were sleeping. I was 16 and just discovered alcohol. I came home from work on my birthday and my mom told me that my dad will probably never wake up again. He woke up once more. He died 4 days after my birthday. The year before that he got surgery to remove the tumor and went into a coma for a week. That's also the day I dropped out of college. A long time before that he started a treatment for hepatitis that began the downfall of my family's lifestyle. Most years, when I still celebrated my birthday, most people didn't remember. Last year was the first time in 8 years I was open to the idea of actually celebrating it. On my 16th birthday my dad got drunk. Naturally, my mom was embarrassed and caroled him into our TV room, which had French doors, and locked him in. I don't know why the doors had locks on them. The locks were puny and basically worthless. My dad decided to put on a show for the family and began playfully to bang on the doors with his fists like a prisoner might. Not getting much of a reaction, he banged harder. Then he banged harder. Then both his fists went through the glass and both forearms were slit open cleanly as you please. I'll never forget him dumbly looking at his arms as blood spurted out. Mum freaked and got towels and wrapped his arms, and my uncle Art drove them to the hospital. Happy birthday. Not me, but co-worker has had several family members die on her birthday. Different years too. I feel for her. She's too naive to know her birthday is 4/20, and I can't explain it to her. Poor thing. Your co-worker has the same birthday as my grandpa. Had a vasectomy on my birthday. I had to have it done before my wife gave birth to our third child, and that was the only day the doctor could schedule it. I used to work at a gas station truck stop. One day on my birthday, which is actually tomorrow, the 17th of May, a customer decided to take a crap in the cupboard. One of those floor-to-ceiling cupboards, tall and narrow, that you keep mops and brooms in, and I had to clean it. I basically just hosed the entire washroom down. It was not a happy birthday. Exams. Always exams. It's been like 20 years. When will I not have to take an exam on my birthday anymore? Who knows, maybe never. Oh, the perils of being a late May baby. Okay, bye, gotta go study for my birthday exams. 12. Had my first existential crisis and broke down crying because I realized everyone I know will one day die. 13. A cop was peeking into my bedroom window. 16. Got expelled because a bully made a false claim that I was going to shoot up the school. This reads like the bullet points of a supervillain origin story. Buttholes of classmates start acting really narcissistic towards me just because it was my 13th birthday. BTW, I was considered a weird kid, so everyone pretty much loathed me. Big mood, my dude. People talked about me like I was gonna shoot up the place because I didn't talk to anybody and I read a lot. My cat died. We found him outside completely dead. We assumed he ate something poisonous. I wasn't even sure how to react at first, I was so stunned. The week of my 21st birthday was crap. My father was murdered over a drug deal gone wrong. The day of his funeral my sister collapsed in the shower and went face down into the water. She breathed in a lot of water and less than 24 hours later I had to make the decision of whether or not to pull the plug. She was brain dead at that point, so I decided the best thing to do was pull the plug. That was 2 days before my day. She was buried 2 days after my birthday. On top of that, my Jeep was broken into one night when I was at the bar with friends. I was just trying not to think of the crappy situation I was dealing with and came out to have my Jeep broken into. Not me, but my friend had a serious injury happen to his hip while doing track. His injury was so rare that the doctor he went to had never seen this type of injury before, and the doctor had been working for decades. The funny thing was, about 5 minutes before he went to urgent care, another kid walked out with the same exact injury as him, doing the same exact sport. His birthday was 2 days ago, so RIP. I don't celebrate my birthday with anyone other than my parents, so the only thing that happens is that another cake is lost from Earth. Fortunately, cake is renewable, unless all cake ingredients happen to disappear from Earth. My car got towed while I was seeing a concert on my birthday. I was stupid and parked in a grocery store parking lot to avoid a $30 parking fee. I had to Uber to the tow truck company at 1 in the morning in the fringes of Los Angeles to find out that I couldn't get the car unless if I paid the man who towed me $450 in fricking cash. He could take card, but would only do so if the car was registered to me. The car was registered to my dad. This leads to me walking 1.5 miles to the closest ATM in a sketchy neighborhood to withdraw the cash. I had to wake up my parents by calling them and asking for more cash cause I didn't have enough in my account at the time. I got the car back by 2:30 am and my bank account was $450 lighter. I've never wanted to commit an act of extreme crime or vandalism against a business until that night. Tow truck companies are the scum of the earth and I truly wish ill will upon them and their families. They make their living off of being predators and charging ridiculous ransom sums of money. I had to work on my birthday. I have a 15 minutes commute home and about the time I got home and sat on the couch I get a phone call from my mother-in-law. Her car won't start and her and her adult son, are stuck in a fast food parking lot. They need me to drive 15 minutes back into town to jump their car off. I get there and they are sitting there with their car idling. Apparently another customer came out and gave them a jump. They didn't feel the need to call or text me and let me know I didn't need to come. Didn't apologize either. Now when they call I just don't answer. I was turning 15. We ordered out and my dad was in charge of getting the food from my favorite restaurant. He ended up getting drunk at the bar and my sister who was 16 had to go pull him out. Had a long day the day before. But wife wakes me up at 12:05 am to tell me her water broke. Got a cute kid out of it, but still never caught up on that missing sleep. My foster siblings ran away with all of our mobile devices that weren't on us, including our brand new iPhones. We had to stop fostering, except overnight care. After that. Lil fricks. Hope they got their crap together though. I contracted some sort of illness that had me bedridden for the last 2 weeks on my 18th birthday and through all that I felt like I was dying. I spent my 4th birthday in the hospital with pneumonia, so I feel you. Today actually is my birthday. Nothing too unfortunate. I'll just paste my last comment about my birthday. My mom threw me the birthday party I wanted. My friends thought the theme was lame and to save face I pretended like I hated it. A few years she told me she knew why I did that. Looking back on it we both found it funny. Happy birthday. My parents took me to a fancy restaurant for my 16th. The kind you have to reserve months in advance and dress up for and all that. I had a veritable feast while there, and then they brought out the cake. I'd had so much to eat at that point, I decided to have it packed up and saved for later without ever taking a bite. I checked the fridge the next morning. My siblings had devoured every last bit of it. Friends, eat your dang cake. Don't let it out of your sight till you're satisfied. I'm sure this will get buried but figured I would add mine into the my parents are jerks trend. Obviously don't remember it, but the day my mother went into labor we had a record heat wave that was so bad, it knocked out the AC for the hospital. Since hospital windows don't open, my mother was less than comfortable for the delivery, and still complains about it like it was just yesterday. When I was born, I came out a girl, which was a huge shock and disappointment as they were expecting twin boys. My twin brother was stillborn after me. I grew up in a blue boy nursery with the shame from my parents. They still tell me I killed my brother and eventually divorced, with one of the root arguments being my mom never gave him a son. Is your dad King Henry VIII? If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.